If you play this game, you are going to get chased many times. But how do you get out of it without dying? I've seen too many new players fall prey to Twisted Box 10 or Twisted Shrimpo on floor 2. But that's merely because they don't understand the main concept of the game. That being, the line of sight.
Yo, who the
For those who don't know, line of sight is basically just where a Twisted can see. Twisteds can see via a large cone of vision directly in front of them. Their vision is blocked by walls and obstacles, but if they see a player, they'll initiate a chase.
Wait.
Although, this image I've depicted here isn't quite accurate. Sometimes, a Twisted will chase you if you walk behind them or next to them. This is because the Twisteds can detect all around them, like this. So, even if a Twisted isn't looking at you, don't get too close to them, or they'll spot you. Surprisingly, a Twisted's detection radius isn't affected by the stealth of the character you're playing as, at all. However, what is affected by stealth is how close you have to be to a Twisted while in their line of sight before they actually start chasing you. Now this knowledge is cool and all, but what does it have to do with escaping chases? Well, to escape a chase, all you have to do is break line of sight. Yep, it's really just that simple. When I said that functionally all the Twisteds are the same, I meant it. Whether it be a slower moving Twisted like Finn, a long range Twisted like Scraps, or an absolute monster like Twisted Pebble, breaking line of sight solves, well, really every single problem you might run into.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the
Hiding behind an obstacle and waiting out the Twisted's attention span timer is usually the easiest way to do this, as it's pretty fast, and shouldn't use that much stamina. However, you can also break line of sight by looping a Twisted around an obstacle, though this takes a little more effort. But what if you can't break line of sight? You're running low on stamina, and that Twisted is gaining on you, fast. Well, there's some other methods for making a Twisted lose chase. Your teammates might not approve of them though. See these little clueless goobers here? These guys are your best bet for getting Twisteds off your back. After all, if the Twisteds are busy chasing someone else, they aren't chasing you. But when you're the one being chased, a teammate can help you out in numerous ways, such as taking the Twisted's attention away from you by getting close, using an air horn, using Pebble's ability, or simply just existing nearby with a lower stealth than you.
Whoa, hey.
Of course, they can always just ignore you and walk away, but a simple help me, from your end, usually gets the point across pretty well. If you're in a vulnerable state, low on health, low on stamina, with no items in your inventory, then stay close to your team. After all, nobody can help you if you're across the map all by yourself. Just don't lead Twisteds to your teammates on purpose. Unless you want to get banned. Items are the primary way to escape from a chase when you're almost out of stamina. They typically grant a small or large boost to your movement abilities, and make it easier for you to escape. I'm not going to give you a long description of every item in the game, just check the wiki if you're interested in that. Instead, I'll just give you some general item advice. Items should be preserved in your inventory until you need them, which is typically when you're being chased. So don't go around drinking sodas when you're not in any danger. Yeah, I'm talking to you, put that down. I personally consider stamina refilling items as the most important items in the game, since they extend the amount of time you can sprint for. So be sure to stock up on sodas, bottles of pop, protein bars, chocolate bars, and even gumballs, and have one of them in your inventory at all times. Speed items are decent as well, but their usage is situational. They're good for slower characters who struggle to escape from chases normally, but fast characters usually don't need them. So if you're playing as a fast character, just leave these on the ground. Unless you're already at low stamina, someone else probably needs it more than you do. Healing items are also very important, as they're the only thing that can restore a missing heart. Well, for everyone except Tegan, I guess. They should be spread evenly throughout your team for the fairest usage. Evenly. If you stumble across a healing item and you're at full health, and you know that one of your teammates is hurt, instead of picking it up like a greedy little gremlin, let them know, so they can use it and stay alive longer. There are special exceptions for Cosmo and Sprout though, since these two characters can heal their teammates.
Excuse me, what the actual
So prioritize giving them healing items first, since they can't heal you and the rest of your team if they're dead. Other items that I haven't listed have their own niche uses that I don't feel the need to go over, since their usage should be pretty obvious. Use stealth candies to increase your stealth. Use smoke bombs to get twisteds to stop chasing you for a few seconds. So forth and so on. You get the idea, right? Just always be sure to pick up something useful, since if you run out of stamina with no items in a bad spot, you're just kinda screwed.
baby girl? Daddy's home.
When playing as a character with average or below average movement speed, you'll find yourself running low on stamina fairly often if you manage it poorly.
I'm tired.
The problem is, lost stamina just regenerates too slowly. But the simple solution to this problem is burst sprinting.
Get the f*** out my point!
Instead of holding the sprint button like normal, players sprint in short bursts, lightly tapping the sprint button before letting go. This gives you the speed benefits of sprinting at a much lower stamina cost, since you're actually letting some stamina regenerate mid-chase. This strategy is commonly used by distractors when leading around twisteds who are slightly faster than them. But every character can do it, even slower ones. So you should do it too. But unfortunately, sprint bursting alone isn't actually going to get you away from a twisted.
Yo, what's up?
If anything, it'll just keep the twisteds right behind you, and drain your stamina over time. This is easily manageable for fast characters, since they don't need to sprint as often.
I'm running circles around you.
But for slow characters, you're stuck under a very unforgiving time limit. So, instead of using sprint bursting as some kind of infinite stamina exploit,
I am a god. I am the spy.
Utilize sprint bursting to reach an obstacle that you can loop a twisted around, and try to end the chase as soon as possible by breaking line of sight. The longer you spend being chased, the more likely it is that another twisted will spot you and extend the chase even further, so try not to drag it out. There's one other method to get it twisted to stop chasing you, and that's to just take a hit.
What if I didn't run? What if I'm not a coward? What if I'm not gonna run away? What if I'm gonna stand right here? What if I'm gonna make my stand?
I know, this tactic might sound absolutely absurd, but just, like, hear me out for a second, okay?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Taking a hit from a twisted will force them to stand still for a bit. Let's call this state munch time.
You thought I was feeling you?
The length of munch time depends on the twisted, but it's usually about 3 seconds, giving you a brief moment of time to break line of sight and make some distance. I tend to avoid using this tactic as much as possible, since, well, it costs one of your hearts. But in a scenario where you're being chased by a fast twisted and you're low on stamina, cutting your losses and intentionally taking one hit when you still have stamina left could save you from taking multiple hits later on, when your stamina completely runs out. Just be careful though, because at the end of a twisted's munch time, the twisted can detect players and their aggro radius through walls, just for a brief moment. So be sure to both make distance, and break line of sight. Doing just one or the other isn't gonna cut it.